hope you're all well. It's such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful night tonight, and it's so romantic and so appropriate for Dee Love Talk Live. Today we talk about love again, which is the best topic and the most biggest emotion that we have, obviously, because everybody loves this emotion because it makes us happy, it makes us crazy, it makes us so excited to be in this emotion. It's Dee Talk Live, and that's why we're here to talk about the most beautiful emotion, which is love. You know, love is love at the end of the day, you know. And when we're in this mindset of being in love with people and being crazy emotionally and, you know, spiritually and on all levels, you're just crazy about the person that you're with. And tonight, for some reason, I'm really excited about this topic tonight because regardless of all the other topics that we've had, this is the most important. This is where it comes down to that sort of time where you're able to tell the person that you love them, you know? So who should be the person that says that they love the other person, you know? Like when you're in love with somebody, when should you be able to express that emotion? When should you be able to tell your significant other that, you know, this is the way I'm feeling at the moment? And, you know, this is how I'm feeling, because it's like, it's just amazing, you know, like, but sometimes we get scared of it as well. Hey, Natasha, love is everything. It's true though. Love is beautiful. It's everything. It's so, you know, amazing. And, you know, it's exactly what the world needs, love and unity at the moment, especially with what's going on as well. It's what should be happening and what should actually be in existence, you know, bringing together everyone, uniting everybody with love and unity, you know, and helping each other, you know. So, you look stunning. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Una. Thank you. So tonight we more or less go into that question. So should you be the person to actually say that you love that person? Or should it be, you know, the other person, should you wait? Should you be like, oh, I don't really want to say it, and, you know, and is it the right time to tell somebody that I love them? Or, you know, should I just, you know, wait or, you know, express how I'm feeling? Hey, Georgia, kisses to you, Patricia. How are you, girls? Thank you so much to everyone for joining me tonight. So this topic dwells into a relationship. When you've got a relationship with, you know, say how you feel as you may miss an opportunity. That's a really good one. Do you know why? And I'll tell you why. I've got a story about it, actually. So morally, in regards to this topic, because it's such an exciting topic, it's awesome. Like, I love this topic because it's the most important topic that we've ever spoken about, because this is how our love unfolds and manifests into something beautiful, and it manifests into a creation, you know. So telling somebody that you love them, for me, for example, usually I am that type of person to express my love and tell the person that I do love them straight away, especially if I'm feeling that way about somebody, you know. So I don't sit there and, you know, wait and pretend like it's not there, because I am an emotional person. And hello, red dress. And this red dress has got a story, Mary. If I tell you this story, that's why. You guys are bringing up all these things that are pointing to the red dress, and, you know, Natasha's saying, you know, about missing opportunities. This red dress has got a big story behind it. So when I first, because I've been in love many times, as you all know, because for me, that, you know, that's why I started What Dee Thinks, because our predominant emotion and the way that we forecast What Dee Thinks is through love, you know, and it's part of caring about people and being there for people and uniting people and really helping people, because I'm that type of person, you know. And Dee has always been like that. I've got one of the biggest hearts in the world, and I'm not sure if many of you know. If you don't know me, lovely to meet you all, and thank you so much for joining me, and thank you for tuning in and viewing. I really appreciate it. It means so much to me, but I give everything when I'm in a relationship, and maybe sometimes that's my downfall, but you know what? I'd rather be expressive and I'd rather feel that emotion than hiding from it and not really telling the person how much I love them. But you have instances where you get scared and you're not sure about how the other person feels. Somewhat like you don't want to get rejected by what you might hear from the other person. So you don't express your emotions. You don't tell them that you love them or you care for them because you're scared that it won't be reciprocated. It won't be what they're feeling. But for me, I always just tell people, and it's the biggest emotion, even in my daily life. You know, you tell your parents or you tell your friends, I love you. Thank you so much for being there for me. It's exactly the same as being in a relationship. It's just different because it's on a romantic level. So years and years ago, when I was younger, love to me was different because you go through the stages in life when you're in a relationship, and those stages change because your love changes. When you're younger, you've got that puppy dog love, that infatuation with the first person that you've been with. And it's so amazing and it's so beautiful and it's something that you think is so dynamic and, you know, you've never felt like this before. But in reality, you do feel a lot more. You do feel a lot more. Natasha, you're killing me. Stop it with the twin flame. So you feel a lot more as you get older because you realize that looking smoking hot. Oh, Denise, thank you. Denise is actually my designer. She's my graphic designer. So she does everything. So all the tiles, everything that you guys see, she is amazing. If you would love to collaborate with my beautiful graphic designer, you let me know and we hook it up for you because her work is magnificent and I love her so much. She's one of my dear friends that I've known ever since we were 12 years old. So a long life friendship. So I'm basically expressing how much I love this girl. She means everything to me. So basically, years and years ago when I was younger, how old was I? I was 28 at the time. And I was going to Greece at the time for a holiday. This is before I met Johnny, before I wasn't with anybody, right? I had previous relationships and obviously those were the ones that I thought was so romantic and so I was so in love and blah, blah, blah. They're all lessons, right? So they're beautiful in their own way, regardless, right? So I had gone, I had gone on a holiday and there was somebody that had contacted me before I had left to go to Greece. And he was interested in me. And I wasn't really interested in anyone at that time. And as they say, love comes to you when you least expect it. And when you're not really prepared for it either. Or you don't really want it in your life. And that's the reason I'm bringing this up now because you guys have actually brought it up in the thread. It's hilarious. So I ended up meeting up with this guy in overseas, right? We'll say. I'm not going to say where exactly. I don't need to give you all the details. Anyway, and on one of our dates, because we had gone on 2 dates, right? I didn't realize how much this guy felt for me. I had no idea, right? Because he wasn't able to express it, which is what we're talking about. So when you're not able to express love, it's hard. Or when you're fond of somebody or you really like somebody, you're hung up with somebody because you feel as though your insecurities are pulling you back because you're thinking, he doesn't feel the same way as I do. So, she doesn't feel the same way as I do. It's the same with like women. So why should I express my emotion? Why should I, you're scared because you're scared to be vulnerable. And vulnerability is one of the most beautiful things you could ever go through in your life because you actually understand what it is to love and how to hurt and how those emotions affect you emotionally, physically, mentally, on all levels. But you're able to dwell into the idea and actually experience what you really want in someone and want for your life, to be with this life partner and who makes you feel this way and who wants to be in love with you and who you want to be in love with. You know what I mean? So I was on a holiday, as we say, and I was wearing this red dress, and it was on one of our dates. And it's funny how you guys have mentioned the hot red dress and you miss an opportunity and blah, blah, blah. Maybe we did miss an opportunity. I never told this guy that I loved him. I never expressed to him how much he meant to me because I wasn't sure how he felt. And I didn't think that he felt the same way that I felt anyway. But I'm able to express it now on Dee Love Talk, which is hilarious. This was way before my big journey of the What Dee Thinks, and these relationships mold you, and take you back to things in your life. It's part of your life journey, part of meeting somebody and being with somebody and actually expressing that, And maybe it was my mistake that I didn't tell this person that, yeah, I did dig you and I did love you, And I'll always have a place in my heart for this person, because this person actually did really move me and did make me feel like there was nothing else in the world that I had to worry about. And remember, love is so different as well, because you go through so many of them, especially if you've experienced it even once in your life, that the first one's always going to be different, And even when I lost Johnny, I knew that the next person that I would fall in love with would be completely different, because his love was one in a million and one of a kind. And so will the next, because they all differ. They're all so different, but they're also amazing, and they're there for us to grow. They're there for us to learn how to express, not to be afraid, to be able to express our vulnerability and get out there and do it again. Dust yourself off and try again, as Aaliyah used to say when I was 16 years old. It's crazy. It's been a while, but that song was amazing. You're probably going to play it now after, I've just said it. So my mistake maybe was that, that I never said anything and he never said anything, And then later on, oh, hello, Letharia. And then maybe later you realize that, oh my God, what I did. But it was at that precise moment that you were supposed to do what you were supposed to do. You weren't supposed to do it beforehand. You were supposed to do it at that stage. And you're not supposed to be with that person, because it's all about divine timing. It's all about the right timing as well. So that's what happened to me. The whole thing was, I wasn't able to express it, but, I wasn't supposed to express it, and either was he, because it wasn't supposed to go to the next step. But even so, I'll always love him regardless, and I'll say it. I'll love that guy, because you love them in so many different ways, But that's what this red dress was about. And the fact that, yes, we did miss an opportunity, but maybe that opportunity wasn't supposed to be the way it was supposed to be. You know what I mean? It was supposed to be done in that way. So it's beautiful regardless. So who should be the first one to express it? Should you be the one to first express it, or should they be the one to first express it? Who is it exactly? Who is the one that should step forward and say, you know what, I'm feeling this way, I believe that if I feel it and I haven't heard it from that person's mouth or lips, I'm going to tell them. I'm going to say, you know what, I love you. And regardless of what they're going to say, I'm going to take it on board and take it as a person should, even if you're scared, don't be scared and don't be fearful, because that's the biggest mistake that we make, because you don't actually experience it, because you're not letting yourself experience it. And it's so beautiful, because it's love, you know what I mean? It's love, and at the end of the day, it's whoever is in that position to tell you. If you feel as though you're the first one to want to say it, why not? There's nothing wrong with it. You're not going to lose at the end of the day, because why would he be with you or you with him, right? All that time, right? Why would you be together for all that time and, not, of course of course he loves you. The first F, but we're not going to say it. So, of course they do. Of course they love you, and of course you do as well. That's why they're with you, Hey, Strat! What's going on? I hope you're well, my darling. Hey, Rita! Thank you so much for everyone joining me tonight. You guys rock. Tonight is such a beautiful night. If you don't have a drink handy, you should, because we're on a beautiful journey tonight. It's going to be great. And it's such a nice night for it. Just get out there and relax and chill and, do things that you guys want to do, because the weather just makes the mood so romantic and so like it just brings up your energy and your vibration. So you guys should be doing this, you know, like tonight is just, yeah, the best. To experience love is to be vulnerable, which is the most important step in obviously any human's life. And it is. Because if you don't experience it at least once in your life, you've never ever experienced anything. Love has always been enlisted to me since I was a child, and it was one of the most biggest emotions and expressions of love, or expressions towards me, that were given to me. So for me, that's what love is all about. And you shouldn't be scared, and you shouldn't shy away from it, and you shouldn't run away from it, you know, which a lot of people tend to do sometimes as well though. They tend to like be scared, and they're fearful of it and blah blah blah. Don't be, because that's how love is supposed to be expressed, you know. So, and this red dress did pretty well tonight because it's brought up a great story about it as well. So you guys, if you're in a predicament where you're scared, or where you're thinking, oh my God, I need to tell this person I love them, but like I'm too scared to, don't be. Just do it. See what happens. Because it's part of this treadmill that we're on. We're on a treadmill in life. And this treadmill will take you in 2 or 3 different places, right? You make decisions in your life based upon how you feel, right? Or what is best for you. And these decisions actually evolve our lives and put us on a journey where we're supposed to go, and when we're not supposed to go. But then there are different clones of us, let's just say, right, that will choose one way, and then others will choose the other way. So somebody, like let's just say if there were 2 of me, we're giving an example, which there are because it's part of it, right? In this world, in this universe, when we make a decision based upon how we're feeling. But if that person was a different person, they'd make a decision, right, based upon how they're feeling as well. So there are different. So if I was to make a specific decision, but then I was to make another decision, right, this person would be with that person, that would be with that person. But then your circumstances and your situation would be different, right? So for example, if let's just say you were with somebody, but you knew the relationship wasn't worth your while and it wasn't what you wanted it to be. And the only reason why you guys were together was because you got pregnant, right? I'm giving it as an example because many of my friends have been in this predicament, right? And you chose, right, to be with this person purely because you're having a child with them. What are you doing there? You know, that's the decision you need to make. Do you want to be with this person just because? Or do you want to start your life over and find somebody that's actually going to give you the love that you really, really deserve, and that you're going to be able to reciprocate those emotions to that person as well, to the new person, let's just say. So that's what love is all about. That's what reciprocating love is all about. That's what accepting our circumstances and accepting the way that we feel. That's why you've got to delve into it. Don't settle for second best. Don't be the person that's never experienced or never wanting to, you know, say I love you, or, you know, really tell the person how you feel about them and what makes them so beautiful towards you, or what makes them, right, make you so happy, you know, because it's such a beautiful emotion. So that's all I've got to say. So love is just love in that sense, and you should be the person that should tell them, you know, don't be scared. You know, so many people have said, oh, you should be the guy, or it should be the girl, or it should be, it's the way you're feeling. If it's an uncontrollable emotion or a feeling that needs to be expressed, by all means, do it. Because it's part of being human, and it's part of being normal, and it's part of being on this journey that's so beautiful as well, yeah, guys? So don't let it, you know, scare you. Let it enlighten you. Let it excite you like it does me all the time. Because love is love, yeah? Like, it's made me the person that I am. If I sat there and I didn't take a chance with Johnny, right? I'll give you an example. Would I have experienced what I've experienced with him? Would I have met so many beautiful people that are online now? Because I met a lot of people through Johnny as well. You know, you meet people, you create your, you know, your life, your journey, your experiences are all part of who you meet and who they meet and how many people know you and how many friends connect with you, you know. So that's what love does. It unites us. And that's what I'm saying. Everybody should help everybody. I even had a circumstance earlier, right, when I was going to Woolworths, and I was actually on the road, and then as I was coming back, there was a lady that was in front of me, and I was trying to get out of this to the main road. I was trying to get out, like to get onto the main road to come back home. Anyway. And this lady looked at me with these beautiful eyes, and they were love eyes. They were gorgeous. She was admiring the fact that I was trying and helping me, and that I was trying to get into this lane in order to get home. And she actually reversed her car and she let me in. And then the other lady in front of her actually drove forward. So it was like a collaboration in one sense. So they were helping me. And it was part of being united and working together, because we're stronger together, as they say, and we're more powerful together. That's why everybody's got to stick together or help each other. Don't go against each other. And especially when love is concerned, it unites us. And that's why I always say love and unity to everybody, yeah? So that's it for me for tonight. I'll see you guys on Thursday for Dee Talk Live. We've got an amazing topic once again. It's very interesting, it's inspiring. It's all about what Dee Thinks stands for. We are going through the generation, and we're going to be speaking about generations, how they've evolved, things that are changing, things that have changed, how they're bettering our circumstances, how they're not bettering our circumstances, and how much of an impact and involvement they've made into our society. So please join me either on Instagram, my lovely people, my Facebook people that I love so much as well. Either or, we will be live at 7 o'clock on Thursday for Dee Talk Live. Thank you so much again for being on tonight for Dee Love Talk. I've had so much fun, can you tell? It's like I'm on this buzz. I think it's the love buzz. And I will see you guys on Thursday, for Dee Talk Live on Thursday. I love you so much all. Thank you so much. Your support and your comments and appreciation for me is beautiful. Thank you. Love you. Love you all. Have a beautiful night. Yeah. See ya.